Welcome back to Megaman X3. I am Sire Goku, and in the last video we found out that Sigma, of course, is still alive, and Dr. Doppler has been secretly working on a new body for him. But before we do that, we have quite a bit of there's quite a bit of backtracking for us to do, because I'm missing quite a lot of items, and unfortunately from the way that I was going, I couldn't really avoid most of this. So, coming back to Blizzard Buffalo, we get the first sub-tank that we're missing, that we needed to come back to. I technically could have come back and gotten it immediately after getting the leg upgrade, but that would require me to backtrack all the way back to the beginning of the stage, and I didn't want to do that. So I was lazy. But there, now we have everything in that level. And we're missing the sub-tank there. Now, the other question mark ones that we're missing are all of the extra chip upgrades that we do not want to pick up. Because if we do, then we are not able to get the then we're not going to be able to get the super capsule in the castle stages later on. So ignore those four if you want to get the ultimate upgrade. Well, the first of two ultimate upgrades in this game, actually. Well, going back to Gravity Beetle, now that we've defeated Blast Hornet, we can actually get the items that we were missing in the first place. Again, I do like the idea of having that map if the map actually was useful. Like if I were to actually pull it up more than one time. I know there's plenty of people that have brought that up too, but it's just something that, you know, you should be able to do. But unfortunately, it's a one-time deal. But see, now that we've beaten Blast Hornet, oh, I had to jump cut this because this was taking a while. But now that we've beaten Blast Hornet, those blocks that were guarding the heart container over here are now gone, and we can jump over here and get it. I was trying to get it with the air dash, and it just wasn't working out. So, cutting ahead to Crush Crawfish, we are missing 3 items here. Holy crap, I missed a lot of items here. And most of it's because I didn't have the most of them I couldn't even get because I didn't have specific items, such as the arm cannon upgrade, which you need in order to use the powered up. In order to use this, powered up Triad Thunder gets the Hawk armor, which I'm going to go and show off right now. That is the last of the... Well, no, it's not the last. We're still missing one. But we have the Hawk armor, which is literally a walking tank. We have this giant tank that can hover for a bit, and it shoots missiles. It's pretty sweet. The unfortunate thing about these 4 ride armors is that there's very few moments in this game where you actually need it. This is one of them. Turn around and let the floor break first, then hover down here, and we've seen this before the last time we were here. But that wall with the crack in it, you can shoot through it. That's why you need the Hawk armor, because it's kind of hard to make that jump with any of the other armors. Back in Toxic Seahorse, so there we got another heart container. Yeah, heart container. Back in Toxic Seahorse's stage, now that we have the arm cannon upgrade, we can power up the Frost Shield to make an iceberg, which we can use to ride up here. And we'll get the final ride armor upgrade, which is the worst one by far, and I just failed that miserably. Why didn't I air dash? Come on, Sire, you can make that jump. Try again. There, see? How hard is it to do the air dash? You can do it. Another minor thing I didn't mention is, like in Mega Man X2, you can actually skip across the top of the water, but it doesn't get you high enough to get to that upgrade. or to get to that ride armor, so you do need the air dash to get up there. Now, I would show off the armor that I just got, but outside of water, it's completely worthless. Back in Volt Catfish's stage again, because we have to come here multiple times. At this point, wait, I've used that armor too many times. Here's the kangaroo armor, which is basically Vile's armor. And if you charge it up, it does this weird punch, which is pretty awesome. I kind of wish I got this sooner than I did. But drop down here with any ride armor to break through the floor, and we can get another sub-tank. And that's all 4 sub-tanks. We're almost done with the backtracking. Almost freaking done. Ugh. I will admit that X3 has more backtracking than all of the SNES games. But now I think we're pretty much done. Yeah, anything that's in white we've collected. Anything that's pink are the extra armor upgrades that I don't want to get in order to show off the ultimate upgrade. So, yep, we're all set to go to Dr. Doppler's lab. And Dr. Doppler's lab is going to be where we get the chip upgrade. So let's go. This song, I honestly think sounds better in the Super Nintendo version. It's not bad in the PS1 version. It's just, it sounds weird. It's like a rave party or something. It's like some kind of dance club remix. It doesn't seem to fit, but oh well. Now we've got these falling spike platforms. Don't worry, they're basically just there to throw you off. They're not going to ever close on top of you. You've got plenty of space to jump and dodge them. It's just basically there to make you do wall climbing. This is the hardest one right here just because of this guy. Ooh, an extra life that I'm not going to be able to get to in time. There we go. Oh, I actually got it. But yeah, it's a fun little stage, and this is where it starts feeling like, yeah, they kind of recycle stuff. Because this is basically the exact same stuff that was in X Hunter 1, but they don't rehash the entirety of the X Hunter stages, don't worry. Yeah, there's just a couple of things that you can tell were reused from X2, but oh well, so what. Capcom did that all the time. Even with games like Breath of Fire, they recycled a lot of animations and gimmicks from the first game into the second game and stuff. Now, if you have Zero here, Zero will help by stopping the ceiling from falling on top of you while you're fighting this robot. If you're using Zero and he dies, if you use Zero and he dies even once, then you can never use him for the rest of the game. And you need him if you want to get the ultimate upgrade. But if you didn't save, but if Zero wasn't here, the ceiling would be falling a lot faster, because there's this weird crane thing on the side of the wall that's pulling the roof down faster. But Zero destroys it, so it drops slower. The mini boss is super easy. Even if Zero's not there, you can definitely beat it fast enough. The problem is if Zero's not there, you have to destroy the machine after destroying the mini boss. That's what makes it a little riskier. But hey, Zero is actually helping us. I mean, he doesn't help us enough. He's not going on ahead and like fighting bosses for us or anything, but it's a start. Now for the rest of the stage. The rest of the stage is pretty straightforward. It's not easy. I wouldn't say it's easy. It's still harder than the X Hunter stage in X2, but that's not saying that much. Now if you come up here, you can get a ride armor. And this is going to be the one and only time... Oh wait, no, that's not what I'm thinking of a different stage. I was going to say, this is going to be the one time where I finally use the water one for real, outside of like just getting that armor, outside of just blowing up those fans, but But this is the stage where you get the Dr. Light you get the Super Dr. Light capsule. In X1 you would get the Hadouken. In X2 you got the Shoryuken. So what are we gonna get in X3? Are we gonna get the Hurricane Kick? That would be awesome. And I think past me was trying to fill up some sub-tanks at this point, which is a bad idea to do on camera. Just go, thank you. What we want to do to get the secret upgrade is drop down this pit, just like in X2. Drop down, cling onto the wall, and we have a secret capsule hidden inside the wall here. Now, those four armor capsules that I missed are one-use only chips. You can only get one of each. You can only get one of the four at a time. Once you pick one, you can't get the other three. Unless you decide to not get any of them at all, find all of the life upgrades and all the armor pieces and all the sub-tanks, you can jump in here and you can get all four chips at once, and it gets you the golden armor. So, the golden armor. If you stand still long enough, it gives you the body chip upgrade that lets you slowly restore HP if you're standing still. This also slowly fills up your sub-tanks. I would not recommend doing it this way because this takes forever. The other thing is you take half damage and then quarter damage after you take a hit. And now you can air dash twice. You can dash once in the air and once straight forward, or you can dash straight up twice, whatever you want, or you can air dash straight forward twice. And then you also have the supercharge, which basically gives you a permanent charge shot for a certain number of shots. You'll get a energy bar that gives you an indication of how many shots you have left, but it basically gives you infinite charge shots for as long as you have weapon energy. Now this boss is different depending on how you've played through the game. If you didn't defeat Bit or Bite, you would fight them here, and they would combine and be a giant super robot here. Even if it was just one, they would still combine into that super robot for some reason. But since I'm getting the good ending, quote unquote, I have this boss here instead, who's actually a lot harder. You've got this trash compactor thing that keeps dropping things on you. He's weak to the Ray Splasher, and as you noticed, his trunk was kind of blocking a lot of your shots. You can destroy it, but as soon as you do, then he drops a whole bunch of acid on the floor. And yes, that acid is not one-hit kill, but it does hurt a lot. So you're basically stuck fighting on the wall while this claw keeps trying to grab at you, and the trash compactor keeps dropping blocks on you to push you into the acid. Personally, I would say fight the God Car Machine, which is... No, this is God Car Machine. What am I talking about? I would say fight Bit and Bite because they're much easier, but unfortunately doing that keeps you from getting the super weapon in this game. So unfortunately I have to fight the harder of the two bosses. It's really not that bad. It just takes a while. As far as I know, you can't go through this fight without destroying his trunk. It's gonna happen eventually, and once it does, you just have to deal with it this way, and I'm just, like, getting super unlucky with the Ray Splasher not hitting him. It's like, I should probably just ignore using the... There we go. Hey. I forgot how annoying that guy was. But yeah. If you didn't defeat Bit or Bite, you'd fight them instead. They're technically easier, but I'm going to show off the ultimate weapon in the next video, which is also going to be the final part of this Let's Play, so stay tuned for that. Oh, and also I'm finally showing off the save room, because I'm just like, wait, I never actually did this the first time. So maybe a bonus video in the future of what happens if you don't go the way I did in this run. Maybe. I'll think about it. See you guys for the final part.